helpful are you for new buyers? To what extent, as a business brokerage, providing full service, do you go to your new buyers? Like, say, when they have to do the business license transfer and details like that. Do you guys give them any general information, any assistance?
I think from that
Cindy?
perspective, yes. But again, when it comes to licenses and permits and, things like that, you want to try and get professionals
Oh,
involved.
sure.
Yeah. I do.
Direct them to the sources, right?
Yes, absolutely. If you can, absolutely, yes. I do not go out there soliciting buyer activity, to be honest with you.
No.
My focus is all on sellers and seller listings and so on. So if I get a buyer that approaches me and says, hey, I'm looking for a business, that's just not my sort of lane that I'm in.
And I'm not speaking of buyer representation, seller representation, but you have a new buyer purchasing the business.
So I can answer that for what we do. We work closely with a transaction attorney here, and him and I have done a good job of creating a checklist for our buyers. And it is a pre-closing checklist, a closing checklist, and a post-closing checklist. And that post-closing touches base on the sales tax and the licensing and all of that too. So I find just sharing that document with them is helpful.
That's smart.
That is, I like it.
So 3 checklists, introduction, during the deal, and then post-deal.
I mean, there's a few documents that the attorney and that we need beforehand, from them, especially proof of funds and things like that. And then what the attorney needs for closing to file with the state and the IRS, and then a post, hey, here's things that are going to be touched on during the transition.
Do you sign any exclusive agreements with them that you would be representing them during the process, or is it sort of like an open listing and he's or she?
So usually we're representing the sellers. So it's kind of just a recommendation. Hey, here's what's going to be taken care of between you and the seller during transition. These are things you might want to get started on now, especially we deal with a lot of retail businesses, customer service. So get your point of sale account together and connect your bank accounts and all that. So you want to start collecting money the first day you own a business, right? So those types of things that take a week to get together. So
makes sense. Yeah,
that's good. That's good. I like it. Cindy, did you have anything to add to that?
Well, no, I mean, equally, we have we have buy side, sell side notices that go out all throughout the process. But to Kelly's point, in terms of the transactional steps, our compliance officer also has advised us to meet with our clients, because we're typically representing both sides in these very confidential transactions, to talk about, best next steps, like client correspondence, of course, the introduction of the buyers to the staff and all of that. And it's great, right? We love what we do. It's such a fun business.